Okay, I am here with Dino Dilio, makeup lesson maestro. You've seen him and his great work on City Line. Dino has a big job today. He's gonna have to take this and my little makeup bag, and he's gonna tell me what I need, what I don't need, and how I can sort of make my face look a little more youthful and refreshed. Hi.
Hey!
So good to see you.
You too, it's been a while. So, let's see what you got.
Okay, also don't judge. That fell apart. That
That's
fell apart.
okay.
The other half is gross and it's in there. In there. Okay.
Okay. So
See, that's the other half.
Is that the other half? Now, is this what you had on when you came in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
And no, it's just it looked pinker when you came in.
Yeah.
Is it one of those kind of changes?
Yeah,
color?
it kind of like you put it on and it's clear, and then it kind of.
Oh, okay. So it's reacts to your color.
Yeah, I have a big question about that. I don't seem to be able to wear lipstick anymore.
Okay, I actually want to show you. So I love showing people lip gloss.
Yes.
But lip glosses have changed. I know a lot of people didn't like because they're sticky and
they're dehydrating.
Right? Not anymore. They can actually kind of, first of all, have a polymer that keeps it on the lip.
Okay.
So, and it's not as sticky and it lasts longer. But there's a myth out there that mature women shouldn't wear lip gloss, and that's a total lie. Because wet, glistening, light lips are younger than a red smick smack across your face.
Exactly.
Okay? Dark lipsticks can actually make you look older.
They do, and they make you look like that grandma, and they go up
Yes.
like your.
And they start creeping into the lines.
I don't even
and everything.
smoke, and I have a line there. And
Yeah.
like
It's because you're a talker like me.
I'm a talker.
So you gotta grow a mustache.
I have one. I actually have one. You're gonna see that when you do my makeup. I may have had some wine and cut my own bangs.
So
Okay.
I also love simple skincare, and cleansing wipes are just amazing. This is so convenient because it's all built in there.
Yeah.
I put these by the bed or where you watch TV.
But do not flush them.
Don't flush
Do
them.
not flush them.
So tell me what your skin routine is. Because it doesn't need to be complicated. I know we're living in an age of skincare.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what the basics are, but I'm just sort of curious to know what you're doing.
Okay. So I will start by saying I'm a little bit of a marketing wet dream because I think I told you I used to write beauty, so I got a lot of products sent to me over the years, and I just use whatever people send. That means you don't commit to one brand, so you don't see the outcome of the long-term effects. Now though, however, because I've really noticed a huge change in my skin over the last 18 months, I have gone over to a brand called The Ordinary, and I use their eye serum. It's like a serum, but they call it Botox in a bottle or something.
Okay.
And then there's another drop thing you put on and smush. And then you put your sunscreen, moisturizer. Right. So I use like a very simple CeraVe.
Oh, CeraVe is a wonderful line.
Yeah, really cheap.
It's so
drugstore.
well priced. That's a really, really good line.
They also have a retinol. And the retinol is in a pump. The way that it's stored, the way that it's in this pump means it stores longer. I'm gonna turn the camera so we can see more of you.
Oh no. So I put on like a nice enriched moisturizer because your skin's on the drier side.
My skin's super dry.
Yeah, I kind of picked up on that.
Did you?
Remember, do your neck, right?
I always do my neck.
A lot of women don't.
I know.
And then you have this nice face, and then it's got this sort of creepy looking neck.
But remember Diane Keaton when she started wearing turtlenecks?
That's why.
And Irma Bombeck wrote that book.
I
hate my neck. But the neck is really tricky. A lot of sun damage. The other thing too that I think a lot of women I hear from talk about is with technology now, and the fact that when we're at work, unlike our mothers or our fathers, we're looking down all the time.
Yeah.
So.
Or we are like this, enjoying the sun, and the sun is hitting you right there. So that's why it's so important to put your sunscreen on there.
Exactly. From a younger age. Don't start at this age. But
never too late to start.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But the thing is that we get this thing now called tech neck because we're always down here. And the other thing, this is my speculation, but a lot of women like myself complain that our eyelids have lost elasticity, so we lose that contour.
Yes.
That's why I don't wear eyeshadow anymore. But when you think about it, when I think about it, I've been on a computer since I was 21. I spent all day looking down. Like I'm never exercising the muscles. So I wonder if that's a contributing factor.
They're going to probably come out with a cream for that. What I want to do first is, when I do a lesson, I want to use as much of your products as I can, but I want to explain to you whether it works or not and why. So many people don't know why. And especially if you go to retail, they're not going to actually look at your stuff. They're just going to sell you more. So that's why I created this service. So the first thing I want is, I'm liking this concealer. I know the brand.
Okay.
And so what I want is, I'm checking for color.
Okay.
And what we want is, this has a peach in it. And peach is good because peach cuts blue, which is the discoloration around her eyes.
I have a lot of that right here, right?
Yes, I'm going to show you a color wheel.
Okay.
So when we look, facial discolorations on the face either are blue around the eyes or red. Okay. Sometimes purple, which is red and blue mixed together. So what you want to do is, when you have blue, you go across the wheel to orange, the opposite color, and you use a concealer and it cuts the blue. Okay. But here's what's happened. This is peach, but it's too dark.
It is.
For your skin.
Oh wow, they're really...
Well, not by much, but this is a titch lighter. So what we're gonna do now is test it on this side. Okay, so we want it to be... And the thing is, there we go, perfect. It's lighter than your skin by 2 or 3 shades.
That's what it should be.
And that's what it should be, because we're gonna use it as a highlighter to lift out the negative shadows. So it's actually 2 things: peach to cut the blue, and light to reverse negative shadows. Okay. Now, so this is either, if it's a brush on or whatever, never take this to your face. It's gonna put too much product on. Okay. So, especially when we get, as our face gains experience.
Oh, I love that expression. I'm going to use that. I have a very experienced face.
Put it on your hand.
Okay.
Because most concealers are really concentrated. So what you want to do now is, you want to melt it down. So the heat of your hand and your fingers are going to melt it down and make it more pliable and easier to work with. Okay. So now you're going to look in the big mirror. We're not going to go all the way around like we used to. We need to be a little more purposeful with this. So I want to go on the deepest part of your eye, which is here. And the technique we're using is stippling. Stippling means you're pressing it on until you've covered what you want to cover. Okay? Then...
So you're not worried about blending, you're just worried about coverage.
So that's a big lesson I teach people, is they often try to do everything in one step.
I do, yeah.
Okay, no more.
Okay, no more.
So first putting it on to address, then blending. So now my blending I need to do is make the edges blend into the surrounding skin. So now you see how it lifted out the darkness?
Yeah.
But you don't see, and when you put the next product on, this is all gonna blend away. Okay? So that's zone 1. Close your eye. Zone 2 is up here. This is the spot that gets really blue. It's just the skin gets thinner, and we see everything underneath. Okay.
It's like purple.
Yes. Open your eye. But look how that has actually opened up your eye.
Yeah.
It reveals the actual shape of your eye, because we're taking away all the negative shadows, okay?
Okay.
This is the part that really blows everyone's mind.
I like this part. Keep
ready?
going.
Are you ready?
Okay, what am I doing?
Open your eyes.
Okay.
And look at the outer corner.
It's gone.
On a 45-degree angle. Look how that just lifted up your eye.
Wow.
It's an instant eye lift.
Huh? Okay, what did you do?
I just took a little bit on a 45-degree angle like that.
Okay.
So that means now that the light is reflecting on it and shifting the angle up.
Oh.
So that's what highlights do. Highlights make things bigger, come forward, expands.
Okay.
Dark shrinks and sculpts.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So, and what I love too is that I try to always pick one concealer that can do multiple things on the face, and this one will.
Okay.
Around our nose, we're always red, because these are the areas that get discolored, right? We're touching our nose or blowing our nose or sensitivities, cleans it up.
Yes.
And then watch this. It's just like we did on the outer corner there of your eye. You're gonna do the same on the corner of your lips, like a little V.
Tone.
And see how that just...
Oh my God, you got rid of the marionette.
Well, it minimizes them, but look how your lip comes up.
Yeah.
And you have a little bit of a tilt. Like, so when you look and you compare, there's your negative shadows, redness, a little shadow. that one product took away the discoloration and lifted out those shadows.
Wow, okay.
That means you don't need a big foundation afterwards.
Good.
Because the rest of your skin is really nice and even.
Okay.
And I want to show you like a tinted moisturizer, right? I think
I would rather do tinted moisturizer. But what about this baby? This hormone?
That we're going to talk about next. Because most people would take their concealer now and cover that up. Then you put your foundation on, you're going to rub all that off. So anything further other than these marks here, you'll do your foundation, then we'll come back and cover. Okay. Stippling for cover, blending your edge under the eye, inside corner. Close your eye, above. And the thing too is, because this is peach, peach actually is a complement to blue. So the blue in your eyes are coming out. Okay? Because remember we looked at the wheel. So blue and peach, put them together, they're complementary, mix them together, they cut each other out. Okay. So you get that little extra boost of boosting your own color as opposed to putting on eyeshadow that's blue to make your eyes bluer. I kind of like to bring out someone's natural coloring as opposed to coloring them. We're in an age now where the palettes are so beautiful and natural, you don't need to look like a painted floozy anymore. So look at that.
Wow.
Big difference. So, you know, in makeup today, foundations are out of control. This is a lovely foundation.
It is a lovely foundation.
This is sort of like, okay, so first of all, you know, a lot of times people are told, mature women are told not to wear frosts and shimmers and all that. Lies.
Really?
You can wear them in certain parts of the face.
Okay.
What's neat is this is called Light Wonder. It means they've infused light reflective products in it. So it creates that dewy look, which is a cool way of deflecting from lines on the face. Okay. So, we're going to test for color.
I think we're going to fail.
We weren't far from it though.
Okay.
So what I always try it right on the cheek, and that color is beautiful.
Really? Okay,
it's
good.
Beautiful. Okay. So what I do again, you're warming it up. So I'm going to put a little bit here.
I notice you're not using a brush. A bacteria-filled brush.
No, not that one. Okay, the only time I wouldn't use fingers if you have really long nails, especially around your eyes. Okay, but otherwise I find you warm the product and you use a lot less of it. Okay. So now what you need to remember is where your concealer is. Okay. So what I'm doing now is putting this on where we don't have concealer. The color is just perfect.
I love that you're doing this with your fingers.
Oh God, yeah, you don't need to. I find a brush, okay, so let's be honest here. The reason why I don't like foundation brushes for personal makeup, ideally you're supposed to wash it after every use.
I know,
and nobody has the time.
Yeah.
Right? So fingers, why not? That's what they did before brushes came in.
Well, that's true. That's what I don't like about painting either. I don't like washing the brushes.
Okay, so I'm going to do half first. So I've got it everywhere I want it. Now, what you want to do, this is so important because this is often the part where women make a mess, is they start to rub it over the conceal areas and they're actually rubbing the concealer off. Okay. So you do that last, close your eyes, and you're stippling right on top. So what you're laying your foundation over top of the concealer, and then when you open your eyes, you don't even see where the concealer is.
Yeah.
The effect of the concealer reads through, and look at that nice uniform skin tone you have. That color is perfect on you, Jackie.
Okay.
Yeah, and look how it blends right into your neck.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna do the other side. I think I have enough. I have enough. Now, how does it feel on your skin? Does it feel lighter than when you apply it with the fingers? Because you're gonna use a lot less.
Because I was using
the brush. You're kind of like. And
like brushing it in and probably brushing it off.
Were you putting the product on the brush?
Of course I was.
Okay, that's a lot.
Yeah.
So you can see how I love the way that looks on your skin.
Yeah, me too. It's nice and light. I don't like
going out. The color's perfect. I also love that it's not flat. There's a little bit. So when you move your face a little bit, see how it reflects light?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, that's that dewy thing you were talking about.
Now, should we talk about what we were going to talk about?
Yeah.
The ungroovy grooves.
The ungroovy grooves. Okay, so
this is another one I get all the time. So what happens is under the eyes, I have it too, we get little shells. So we get puffy here. Yeah. And that sits out and it creates this ungroovy groove.
Yeah.
So when your face is like this, see how it becomes very predominant, right?
Yep.
But when you're like this, the light is filling it in.
Yeah, you can't see it at all.
You can't see it. Another thing is, if your light is above your mirror,
yes,
you may have false shadows because it actually puts shadows under your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
So your light should always be on the side. So if you have it there, install lights on the side or go to a window and makeup instead of in that bathroom.
Yeah.
Because then you see shadows
Everything is shadowy.
here. It's awful.
Yeah, it's terrible. Yeah.
But that concealer, when we put it on, I was conscious of that and I kept it away from the puffiness.
Mm-hmm.
Because if we put it on the puffiness, it would be more pronounced. Okay. So we basically are going there and there. We totally avoided that.
Okay.
And that lifted it out, and leveled it out.
And the other thing I have, the added bonus, that I've heard a lot of women say this too, they have these mylar bags, these festoons, which are not these puffiness.
The second
it's right here, and
it's often where the sinus problems are too, I think, right?
Yeah, and I've done the drainage and everything, but it is very hard to hide with makeup. And I think I might have told you once, I was on a TV show, and the makeup artist, because it was like 6 a.m. when we were doing hair and makeup, put a lot of makeup on it to cover it, and when I saw myself on camera, I felt like it was really pronounced.
So the thing is, less makeup there. Like that's why that's such a beautiful product, that because it's light, and also you don't need a lot of coverage. That's the thing people think, like they see a bag or a darkness, they go for the ultimate heavy duty coverage, then the weight of that product only worsens the situation.
Yeah.
So it needs to be really light. So the next thing I'm doing is brows look good when they're brushed up on a 45-degree angle.
Okay.
Because look at the difference. Not so, this is a mustache, this is a brow. Okay, so brows always look good when they're up on like a 45-degree angle. So that's your first little gift. So what happens, I find, is everyone we're living in a time where brows are like crazy.
I know.
It's almost like people just do their eyebrows. So let's be reminded of where a brow starts and ends. So for you, your brow starts on the side of the wing of your nose. Some people will start there, okay? That is a big difference. That would make your eyes look too close together. So for you, the wing of the nose is where your brow starts.
Okay.
Where it should end is the corner of the nose to the end of the eye. So here you're shy about a quarter of an inch. So that's where I'm going to first put color and nothing else anywhere else.
Okay.
Because that's where you need it. When you look at your brow, from your head to your arch to your tail, you're nice and strong, and then it fades out and then it disappears. So all I want to do is fill in where you need it and extend it. And we'll do it right now.
Okay.
Because I love these Benefit eyebrow pencils.
I do too.
So when you do it, you can actually hold this like that.
Do you want me to hold?
I'll do it for you. And then so I know that this is my end.
Okay.
So then I'm going to lightly extend it. And as I extended, that is a thin line. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm gonna come over here where it's a little bit pale or sparse. Just fill it in there and a tiny bit there.
Okay.
Then go back with your mascara brush, because what this does is sort of blends it in and takes away what we don't need. See?
Wow, I have an eyebrow.
Now
That's something with aging too. I heard our eyebrows become a
fade
little more.
away,
They fade
or
away.
you lose the coloring. They go white or gray.
And also too, as you know, as those lids kind of like weaken, the eyebrows pull down
what
out
happens
here.
is everything starts going. So.
Yeah.
Now, when you do this, you can follow the bottom of the brow or the top. The top is better because you're going to get more room.
Okay.
So I'm following the top and I'm extending the tail. This brow doesn't need as much as the other one.
Is that like one boob's always big?
Yeah! Before we even get into eye makeup, this is a trick I always show women because often it's all they'll want to wear for the day. Okay?
Yep.
People do not need to wear 6 eyeshadows and liner, mascara all the time.
No.
You can wear 1 or 2 things, or you can wear it all. I always like to show clients in stages. I have tried all the mascaras out there. L'Oreal Voluminous Original.
This is the one.
Best.
I always use, but I couldn't find my colors, so I bought another one, which I put
I
in
would
here.
go black.
You would go black?
Yes, because
Okay.
it really makes your lashes look really great.
I've always been told to do black, brown, or brown. But my eyes disappear.
No.
Okay.
You're gonna go for it.
Okay, go
The other reason why I will also the black of your pupil mimics the black of the lash. You get that little extra bit of drama without like black liner or black eyeshadow.
Okay.
So when women do their mascara, they generally focus on the tips to get the look of the length. What we're doing instead is we're getting the brush and we're moving it right into the root. Feel it on your lid. Stay there, and then you zigzag it cross back and forth. Then you pull it through. You move over and you repeat. So what's happening is, because we're focusing at the roots start to connect together, and they make this very natural looking eyeliner. So it's like doing lashes and liner in one.
Wow.
And because these guys on the end tend to always go in, I want to pull these out to get length. Now take a look.
Oh, wow.
See, you
love
notice
that.
the beauty of your eye, the color of your eye. You have liner, you've lash. Then I'm going to do a lip and a cheek, and that's what I call the 5-minute face.
I like that.
Pretty, polished, and professional.
Aw, you're perfect. I like it because I've tried eyeliner.
Look at the simplicity of that and how pretty that is.
But it does, like you said, give some definition. I notice when I just wear mascara, my eye feels really
There's no connection
bland.
between the root and your eye.
Yeah.
That's the difference, is you're getting right into the root.
But if I put eyeliner on, it's so pronounced now. Because
That's what I want to show you. But now you need to wear it a lot thinner than you did before.
Exactly.
So it just means, sometimes it means revisiting what you did with new techniques.
I like the new techniques.
But this one here is the best because nobody needs to wear all their eye makeup all the time.
No.
If you make your skin look beautiful and just accent your eyes and your brows and your lips.
Oh, I like that.
Isn't that pretty? So you
What
see
is
how
that?
a wet, shimmery lip pulls away from your face. It's younger.
Yeah.
It's a very much younger. And that color, when it works there, pulls out the natural color of your cheek. So this allows me to find the color to mix and apply that's going to just sort of pull it out.
Okay.
Now, I know you were wearing that, but this is very shimmery. This I picked to go with the gloss. It's a peach gold.
Okay.
And I got
very peachy today.
Yeah. Whenever you work with colors, and you'll see this when we move into eyeshadows too, never pick up the color with the brush and go to your face. You're going to put too much on. So a little trick I like is called load it,
Yeah.
prepare it,
And
then apply.
so
you're going to do this a few times.
blotting it out on this paper towel.
You're actually pushing it into the belly so that when you stroke, it releases and you have control of the delivery. So when you look in the mirror, blush is another one people have trouble with. So I kind of did this. From the corner of your lip to the middle of your ear, this is the actual bottom of your cheekbone. See how it hits the bone?
Yeah.
So that's the bottom edge of your blush. The top edge is from the corner of your nose to the top of the ear. So it's kind of narrow, the path. It surprises a lot of people, okay?
Yeah.
So now I want you to smile. It's going to go in this path and then swing onto the apples of your cheek, like a little Nike check mark, okay? To make your life easy, you can actually hold this here, use the brush as a guide, go across onto your apples, take this guy away, and then just blend your edges. And see how the color mixed with your skin? Because that doesn't look like that.
Yeah.
It has a little bit of gold, so it picks up your skin.
Really nice color.
And another little trick, take a little bit, close your eyes, go across your eyelid, open. See, just adds a little touch of color.
Yeah.
And then what's left on your brush, do that.
Like chin.
But look at the difference with the missing color.
Yeah.
And then with that application, like it completes your 5-minute look. So another thing we've done is we've raised your 45 degrees. That is another way of lifting up the face. So if we review everything, we've lifted up the corners of your mouth, we've lifted up the eyes, we've lifted up the cheeks. That's called the 45-degree lift.
I like this. It feels natural, but I
And
feel
you
like
can
I
get
did
that
like,
down to 5 minutes.
and you didn't even have to use like a chisel or jackhammer. I thought you were
I
gonna
have them on standby. Black & Decker is sponsoring.
This is so groundbreaking for someone like me who doesn't know how to apply makeup. And every time I do it, I just feel like my eyes get lost in my face. So I love that Dino has brought out this sort of like free facelift, I guess we're gonna call it that. And I'm actually surprised that with my minimal makeup bag items, we only used a few things. I thought we were gonna have to add a whole bunch of equipment to this mix.
You can do it with 3 colors: light, medium, and dark. So this light, when you look at it in the mirror, is about 2 or 3 shades lighter than your skin.
Okay.
And shimmery. So we're gonna get a really nice, and I also wanna address shimmers because everyone's told you can't wear them, you can.
Okay.
Medium tone, you're looking at, I picked a color that's like the medium tone in your hair to keep it on the natural side, okay? And also it's a warm, which complements the color of your eye. And then your darkest color is gonna be a chocolate brown.
Where's that going?
Eyeliner.
Okay.
Okay, and your lips.
you.
No. I'm also love to work with minimum brushes. You need an angle for the
See,
dark.
I didn't bring any of those because I don't wear eyeshadow anymore.
Well, now you're gonna. There are basically 2 eyeshadow patterns. One is called graduated, which is the darkest on the lid, medium, and then light. Okay? So dark to light. The other one is light on the lid, medium in the crease, light under the brow. Okay? And that's more sculpted. And that's what we're gonna do for you.
Okay.
You can wear either or. Graduated is fast because you put it on, you blend it up, it's done.
Oh.
Sculpting is a little more involved, and it also can teach you the lesson of contouring the crease, which everyone thinks they've got a hooded eye. So let's address that now. You don't have a hooded eye.
I don't? What do I
A
have?
hooded eye that's a hooded eye.
Okay.
It's when the skin literally is folding over the eye and obscuring the shape of the eye. So the eye can be broken into 3 sections. The lid, which is from the lashes to the crease of your eye. So when you open your eye, that natural fold.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the lid. Under the brow, which is that 3rd layer.
Okay.
And then the middle, which is the part that everyone's concerned about, because that's the part that starts to sort of lose elasticity and becomes less firm. So first we'll do light. Pick up our light. And this is gonna go on the lid. Now I press it on first so that it attaches to the skin. Sometimes I do it twice. Then when it's in place, I blend it. So you can feel like you're really kind of grinding it into the skin. And you see how that lid comes forward. And it could not be any higher, otherwise it'll emphasize that little puffiness, okay? For under the brow, instead of using a brush in a different color, we'll just use the same one with a finger.
Okay.
And we'll go under keep your eyes open. From the arch to the tail, and then just buff it. So what you're doing is just weakening the color.
Okay.
So it's not as strong as it is on the lid.
Okay.
Next, we're gonna do liner. So I find pencils and liquids are really, really hard for people. I find this technique is better. So we're using a tiny little angled brush, and we're taking a dark eyeshadow.
Yeah, really dark.
So an angled brush has a long side and a short side.
Okay.
You want the long side out and the short side in. Okay, so tilt it back a little bit. Perfect. So you want to line it up right at the root. Without lifting the brush, you're going to slide it across the roots. As you get to the middle, you're making the line taper to nothing.
Oh, okay.
Then you're going to come back to the outside of the eye. So you know the outside end of your iris?
Yeah.
The color part to the outside end of your eye. That last little third, we're going to come back and we're going to thicken it. So the line goes from thick to thin. And look what that does for your eye. It plays up on the lash line. It just gives you more definition. But the lesson here is you're using a really tiny brush because that line for you has to be thin. If it was thicker, it would cover up the light we put on your lid and change your whole appearance. So this is a fun trick because this is a pretty common brush.
Yeah.
It's called either a filbert or a fluff. So I used one side to do your light on your lid. So I'm just gonna wipe it out, and then I'm gonna take my medium color, work it in the brush. Okay, so now the color's on the bottom.
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn it so the color's on the top.
Right.
And I'm gonna have you sit straight into the mirror.
Okay.
This you wanna do in your biggest mirror, and you wanna do with your eyes open.
Okay.
So remember earlier, this was the end of your eye.
Yeah.
This is also a good guide that eye makeup shouldn't go past that point. So now, I'm gonna hold the brush color sides up. I'm gonna place it in the crease. I'm letting it follow the bone. We're gonna go to the head of your brow, back to the end of your eye. Then I'm tilting the brush up, and see how it's widening and it's moving higher onto towards the brow? And what makes this work is because you're literally following your bone. People generally close the eye, put it on, open it, and hope for the best. When you do it this way, you're following your actual bone structure, okay?
Oh, wow.
Now, so it's in place. All this needs now is a clean, fluffy brush, and you just go right on top and over the edge, and look at how that just...
So you're blending it in.
And look at, see how it pushed back the fluffiness?
That did.
That you control the intensity. It could be darker, the effect is stronger, but we want to keep it on the softer side. But you could do it a second time. Instead of going to a darker color, I like just color plus color makes more color. So let's say it's nighttime. You just want a little more definition. You're going to repeat this step. See? And then you're going to blend. And look.
Wow.
Pretty cool, eh?
Yes.
And again, the warm brings your blue out. You could take dark and go under the eye. That would be very strong. But I want to have fun with you and show you this.
Okay.
Dark.
Okay, a little frightened.
Don't be. Tuck it right under your lash. Use a light touch. And same thing, you're going to go to the middle and fade it out. And then you're going to connect it to your outside corner. Now look at that.
Oh my God, I have an eye.
Hey?
It looks bigger too,
It looks bigger because it's under the lash. And then just take the tip. Look at that. Now there's a lot there.
Wow.
Take your Q-tip, your brush thing, go under and roll forward. Just because I think it's more than I want. See the difference? Look at the difference between your two eyes. Like adding the bottom, it just totally makes it more glamorous.
Yeah.
And you know,
that would be more like a night look for me, right?
Or you're wearing black, you want to be serious, or you're going to the red carpet. Do a little booklet like this. So that's like your 5-minute phase. And then I do the eyes, just like I showed you in your lesson.
Okay.
And that's your takeaway. Then liner.
Look how much smaller this eye looks.
Isn't it amazing? And
one.
you would think with all the dark, it would make you look smaller.
I
But
know.
you've learned it has to be really thin, thick to thin. I need to darken the bottom eye on this side. Do you see the difference?
Yes,
But
I
just
do.
to show you, you control the intensity. If you want the liner to be a little bit lighter, it can look like that. You want it to be a little bit... So what you think about is making the darks darker and the lights lighter.
Right.
But I want to fix that. Okay. Oh, I know why too. We did the mascara. That's why.
Ah. I wouldn't want people to laugh and point at me.
Especially in this building. They always know where they're coming from when they see you.
Wow. Honestly, I just can't believe what a difference that makes. That's incredible.
And here's your option, and I say you don't always have to. Here's your option to change your lip if you wanted to. But I like eyes first, lips second, cheeks third. Now, there was another thing you asked me that we're going to talk about here.
Oh, yeah.
Because that you want to come back to. Mm-hmm. So this is close to your skin tone.
Holy crap! It's gone.
This one. So this one now is going to be for your anything on the face, even if you had a blemish.
Okay.
And look how that blends in.
Okay, like if you could see how huge that thing was on my face. Is it really an exam in a month?
We're going to review what we use today, which would considerably less than what most people would tell you to use. Number 1, concealer. On this part under the eye, above there, on a 45-degree angle there, It takes away the negative shadows. It brightens and opens your eyes. Around the nose, because you're a little red. And here in the corner is another little trick that lifts the lips up. So you're taking away all the negative shadows. Then we applied foundation over top with our hands. And this is nice, this foundation, because it's set. Some foundations you need to powder. Thank God we don't need to.
And I find powder sticks to my creases.
Yes, it emphasizes lines. Then for the brow, all we did was extend the tail from the arch to the tail because everything else was working really well. That's another lesson too. Don't darken what's already dark. Darken what is lighter so that you're creating a uniform eyebrow from head to arch to tail. The mascara trick, right into the roots, it really creates a deposit of a nice line close to the lashes. So you're getting mascara, you're curling your lashes, and you're getting a definition line out as well. Just gloss. Believe me, if you've got a nice set of lips, some gloss that reflects light, that's close to your lip tone, will look natural and young. And then, of course, the blush trick, which everyone loves, is slightly applied on a 45-degree angle to lift the face up. So that was our first look, our 5-minute look. Then when we come to the eyes, we have a light shimmery champagne on the lid, and then the same color I used, but super soft under the brow. As opposed to using a second color, you're using the first one with a weaker hand. Then we did chocolate brown shadow with a little angle brush for eyeliner. And we went from the outside and we faded it in the middle. Then we came back and thickened that last little end so you get that little lift, okay? So for you, your liner needs to be super thin because your lid is super thin. If you have a big lid, your liner will be thicker, okay? Then in the crease of the eye, we use a kind of warm taupe. And what that does is it literally pushes back the excess skin and creates more structure. Okay, and the colors are warm, so they really pull out the blue in your eyes. That's another thing I love. Pull out your color. Because when you look now at the picture, I see bluey green eyes, I see peachy pink lips, I see a lovely flush in the face. I don't see green eyeshadow and red lips and orange cheeks.
Yeah.
It's just bringing out your own coloring. And that is the new Jackie.